Welcome, Wastelanders. I've been I've been fiddling around with 76 real quick, trying to get everything working properly. Um, it is our first 76 stream. Now, I've heard rumors that a situation seems to occur with 76, and that is that it will crash. Not super often, but kind of often. Maybe about a third of the time that you play it when you're streaming. Now, I've taken precautions that if that so happens, we can immediately relaunch the game. I've turned off the menu music and world radios, and the game music will still play when we're out in the game world, but it shouldn't theoretically play any title music. So if we have to relaunch the game in the middle of the stream, shouldn't be an issue. We are not quitting Fallout 4 and our Sim Settlements 2 build. It's just, I recently found out, as in just a couple of days ago, that like a month or so ago, Bethesda changed something in the game that I really like, that I am happy about, and that is that you can now earn achievements and score points, which we'll get what that is. We'll get into what that is in a minute. On Fallout Worlds. Now, there are two types of private servers in Fallout 76. The first one being, hey Eric, the first one being just a regular private server that you would do all the same things that you would play on a regular server. You just play by yourself, and anyone who joins that server, they do so by invitation only. They have to be someone on your friends list. They have to be invited to that server. Now, the other version of a private server is Fallout Worlds, which is the same exact thing, but if I'm not mistaken, it's you and only you on that server with any kind of modifications that you want to add. These are affixes built into the game now that you can do, like one-hit kills, or infinite ammo, or really small settlement building budgets, or really big settlement building budgets, or jumping super high, or turning off game physics, that sort of thing. Like, there's a million and one different ones, and we're going to go through them after we make our main character, because the way it works is you make a character, and you start off on a regular server, if I'm not mistaken, either regular or event or private server, one of those two. And then after you save the character where it won't disappear when you log out, you go back to the main menu and you hop onto a Fallout Worlds server with that. So it just makes a copy. It's like a character copy situation. Now, I have a personal save that I've been playing forever on Fallout Worlds. Again, he's not very high. He's like level 84 or 85 or 86 because I, for the longest time, tended to hop on and then hop back off Fallout. But I've been playing it super hardcore the last couple of days because I'm thrilled that, like I said, you can earn achievement points and score points for the scoreboard on Fallout Worlds now. That was probably the only real complaint I had. I love that they now added that. I believe the way they communicated that was through their weekly newsletter that they put out, and they were like, due to overwhelming feedback from the player base, we decided to make this a feature of the Fallout Worlds, even though we already said once before that we were never going to do that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a new character that it will be for the stream. Hop on, hop off. Are you the Easter Bunny? Yes, I am. You ought to see my jelly beans. So yeah, we're going to make a new character just for the stream. And I'm going to try to go as quickly as I can through the character creator, because if I don't, I'll be there forever. And then on top of that, Eric, see, I'm in a mood today. I'm wearing I'm actually wearing my Fallout gear. I forgot to mention it when I first logged on, but I'm wearing my Lorecast, my Fallout Lorecast shirt that I get from the Robots Radio Club. which is created and maintained by a really awesome guy. His name is Tom. And I'm also wearing my Fallout hat as well, which has the dead Pip Boy on it, if I'm not mistaken. I got this through a loot crate, actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and start a new character. And we have a new cup. I got a tie-dye cup, one that I can actually keep the lid on, which I'm really thrilled about. The underneath the lid is a little wet because I had just washed this thing because I just bought it today. And I set it down in my kitchen and I forgot to wash it. So I washed it right before I started my stream. So the underside of it is still a little damp because there's a rubber seal. Hopefully that'll get rid of all the moisture under there. I don't like that. It feels gross even though I can tell you're in a mood. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about the intro. This is going to tell a little bit of the backstory, so pay attention. And it's well done. It's the first time they've ever done one in color, I think.
War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And this is where you live in the vault that they're showing.
Fathers can only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together, knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Alright, so the way this is it picks up 25 years after you've entered the vault. God, please don't crash.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept.
Okay, so apparently they've picked me a female character, and as everyone knows, I don't like playing female characters in games like this. I prefer to play a male character. It's just my own personal choice. I do play female characters in certain games, but... and what it is the right mouse click moves their head around, and then if I use the left mouse click, that'll actually, like I could stretch her nose, or widen her eyes, or change her hair, that sort of thing. So we're going to go through some faces first. I don't know why I said faces. I meant to say we're going to change this to a dude. And he kind of looks a little bit like he's had his face done, but not his neck. We see this wrinkly, saggy skin. So, ooh, Lord. Ooh, no. That one's not as bad. I think this is the base face that I use for my main character. This one's not so bad. Oh. Oh, this poor guy. He's seen some days. Ooh. And from my from learning from aesthetics and dermatology, this guy has what's called Farva around the eyes, which is all these little black dots and stuff. The thing is, that comes from sun exposure, and if he's been in the vault for 25 years, he shouldn't have Farva. They're also known as solar comedones. I'm just seeing what kind of faces we can start with. I don't hate this one. I've also used this face for another character as well. Actually, you know what? If we lighten the skin, let's do that for a second. All right, we're going to lighten the skin real quick on this guy. Let's go with pale. Yes. Yes, very, very pale. Very, very pale. Let's color his eyes. Should we go with... No, not blue 8. Not blue hazy. We'll go with green. And let's give him a different hairstyle real quick. I tend to go for the, where's it at? The asphalt or the anchorage. Basically, it's a change of the part and stripes on the side. Anchorage is, it's a part to the left with stripes cut into the hair. And then asphalt jungle is the more traditional one, and it's parted to the right. I tend to go for that haircut a lot because until recently I kept my haircut like this as well. And then the Urban Ranger is the same as the Asphalt Jungle, but without the stripes and more hair on the side. I'm just seeing what else we got. That one there, that greaser one, is freaking ridiculous, dude. I think we're going to stick with the one I normally go through, which is the Asphalt Jungle. Yeah, and we're also going to change the hair color to brown. That's deep brown. That's warm black, jet black, green, steel gray, silver. Okay, where's just brown? Okay, here we go. It's above it. I want to actually make it like a... Dang, the closest we have to actual brown is red. These are all like... They all come across as black. Urgh. The auburn one's not so bad. It's a little more coppery brown. Then we've got red, ginger. Oh, we've got a light brown. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll stick with light brown. All right, now we're going to sculpt his eyebrows a little bit. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Let's bring his face up into the... There we go. Type... Yeah, here we go. I don't want arched. What does average look like? Average dark. Oh, that's a little too much. Thick downward. Oh, it's funny how literally just a few changes, like a haircut, a skin tone color change, and a new eyebrow can really rock this look and make it look completely different. Demonstrate thick scarred, arched intense. Oh, that's a little too much. Arched full. Overgrown, untamed. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I need to stop. I think we'll stick with average. And as far as, he's got a scar or something going on right here. You can't see it from the side too well, but from straight on, you can see it a lot better. All right, so we're going to, well, actually, that makes it worse. We'll leave it at smooth. And we'll do the same thing for his neck. Oh. They really missed the mark on making a character look young and unhurt. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so parted to the right, it's a jump to the left and a step to the right. Let's do the time. I can't say the whole thing because I'll get copyright hit, but... I'm not particularly fond of the nose. We're going to fix the nose as well. All right, we got Roman. We might stick with handsome. What else do we got? Chiseled. Narrow. Ooh, that narrow one looks like it's been broken a time or two, doesn't it? Wide. Pug. That's it? That's all we've got? I think, crap. Let's see what the handsome number 1 looks like. It's still got a little bit too much of a downward flare, so we're going to pull that up just a hair. There we go. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's not great, but also it looks like it's been broken. It's got a little bit of a veer to the right, so we're gonna just. Well, that didn't do anything for the middle. It just made the tip go a little bit. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, I really don't like that. I don't like that nose. Yeah, we're going to redo the nose again. I just don't like that. All right. Chiseled. Let's see what that one looks like. They all seem to have the same downward bump, basically. That's actually not as bad. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Lord, we're going to turn him into something else entirely. Alright, yeah, we'll stick with the handsome 1. Like I said, we're gonna... No, I don't understand. Oh, there we go! That's not what I was really trying to do. I was trying to bring his nose up just a hair. I guess that's as close as we're going to get to him having a slightly normal looking nose. Alright, now his lips, it says prominent. His lips are not prominent. They look very thin, actually. Average, prominent, downturned. Now that is more expression. Downturned, pout, rounded. What about the grin? No, that doesn't look like a grin. It just looks like somebody pinched his lips and they were made out of Play-Doh. Smirk, that's actually worse. Firm, thick. I don't hate the thick lips on him, actually. Well, I say that. That upper lip is a little something. That's a little bit better. Let's turn him back to the... I can make him really pout, but no. That's... I get really... If you for singing, if you play it, yes, but just by singing it a cappella, you're fine. See, I don't know how true that is because when I watch Trixie and Katya have to be very funny. When they start singing a song, they can only sing, like, literally a few words. They can't sing an entire chorus. They can't sing, like... They tried to sing, I'm a survivor, I'm not going, you know. And instead they had to sing, I'm a survivor, and I will not give up. That way they wouldn't get hit by the copyright strike. YouTube is incredibly rabid about that copyright strike. I'm not saying that to pick on YouTube. It's just I'm trying my best to not lose my channel. I think this is how, maybe that's YouTube's rules, but real I understand that. I understand real copyright and is not always the same as like specific online service copyright laws. But I think the reason why YouTube and Twitch and them are such they're so strict about it is because they get hit by claims 1,000 times a day. And I don't even want to toe the line of getting hit. I got a warning once and it scared me really bad because I was like, and it was like my first ever video I made. It was the first one I uploaded to YouTube. And it wasn't like I was singing something or saying something. It was when I loaded up one of my games. It was Skyrim, actually. When I loaded it up, the title music played. And I got pinged. Oh, I know you get it. I'm just rambling while I'm supposed to be making a character. But, matter of fact, I gotta take this off because my head's hot. I went from being hot to cold to hot. I'm going to end up making myself sick. And I'm thinking his chin... No. Okay, let me accept that. And then let's go to his chin. Oh, we didn't give him facial hair. Yeah, let's give him some facial hair. Daddy, chin dusting. I always go for the chin dusting. I actually prefer that. And then we're going to make his chin look a little bit softer. Just not quite as prominent because it'll make him look a little bit younger. Okay, so here's the story. You ramble? Never, never! Alright, so here's the quick backstory real quick before I finalize the character, because I still have to do his body a little bit. But what it is the vault that I'm living in has been closed for 25 years after the bombs have dropped. The world is no more. And my character wasn't even... Well, I guess I could make an older character, but I'm going with a character who literally grew up in the vault and has never seen the outside world. Everything that the younger populations of the vault know about the world, they learned through like slideshows and school and whatnot. Excuse me. Oh, I love this new cup. I love this new cup. This is gonna be my new stream cup. But yeah, I'm gonna role play a character that has never been outside the world, has never seen real sunlight, hence the paleness. And I think I forgot to do the extras real quick. I'm gonna take off his scars. Let's remove all. Now he's real young looking. He looks about 12 years old, just about. If it weren't for the facial hair, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in dangerous territory. Basically, I'm trying to make a character. Now, I'm not really great with the face sculpting that they have on here, and it is actually a lot more robust than I'm making it look. There are some people who are really, really good at it. It can literally create like Angelina Jolie or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Like, there's a lot of nuance to this. And it's mostly like you pick a specific spot and then you're able to use your mouse pointer to just move and make it look however you want. As a matter of fact, let's, I want to try one thing real quick. I want to try bringing his eyebrows up just a hair. There we go, just a little bit more. Well, he just decided to make a face. I'm trying to make the ends of them over here kind of go up a little bit, and he keeps making faces, so it's hard for me to really get it how I want to. But yeah, I'm trying to make as close an approximation to my own face as possible. Forget the fact that I haven't shaved in like a week. And that's not me trying to grow a beard out again. That's me being completely lazy. Although I might end up growing the beard out just from complete laziness, because, guys, I hate shaving. It destroys my skin. I have extremely sensitive skin. But yeah, he doesn't have quite as much weight and age in his face as myself, but this is probably as close an approximation to how I looked as a young person as we're going to get with my skill at making characters. Okay, so let's change his body a little bit. Dang, it won't even let me rotate the darn thing. All right, so he's between muscular and large on this side and a little bit away from the thin, which means he'll have a little bit of a belly, which I don't hate, but I'm going to bring this up just a hair more. And that thinned his waist out just a hair. But I mean, you can literally, like, you want to see something funny? You can just make him like a tiny little thing. And this would have been me when I was like 18. This would have been me. Then there's the large. Then there's the super muscular, which I actually don't hate. But I want to put him right about, probably about right there. That seems to be the most... That seems to be okay. We're going to accept that. Now, as soon as we click on done, I believe it's going to ask us to name him, and then we literally start the game. It's not like you have to load the character up. This is literally the camera pulls back, and you're in this room. I mean, it's very well done. All right, so I think this is how we're going to do it. Okay, so let's name him. And I actually already have a character named Boomer, and I don't want to get them confused. And my usual backup name is always Hilo. So I think we're actually going to go with my... You know what? Let's just go with my name. We're going to name him Daniel, but I think instead of just Daniel, we're just going to do Danny, D-A-N-I. Let's do that. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. It's just, for some reason, it just feels right. And now we have to basically take a picture real quick, because you get like a little ID card, which is crazy because you never use it again. Alright, so view, field of view, depth of field, strength, distance, range. Show player on expression. We can give them an actual expression like afraid, amused, angry, all. And they actually did a very good job at making these expressions, because the last Fallout game that we had was Fallout 4. And the expressions weren't the best. They weren't horrible. They were a little bit more really exaggerated, where these just, I like the confident one. Disgust, flirting. Well, that's it. That's me, really. Friendly, happy, impressed, irritated, neutral, peaceful. Okay, he's just going to sit there with his eyes closed. He's just zenned out. Puzzled, rage, sad, sinister smile. That does look a little creepy, doesn't it? Somber, stern, surprised, thinking, tired. That's very me now. None. I think we're gonna stick with, well, we might stick with confident. And then the pose, you can actually pose your character. You can give him like the Vault Boy. Let me well, shoot. Okay, well, it won't let me, I'll just stick with no pose for now. Oops. But in the game, when you go to actually take photos, there won't be the big thing around it. You'll actually see the whole background and everything. And there are actual poses that you can put them in and take photos. And as a matter of fact, there are certain quests or whatnot to do so. Brightness, saturation, contrast. You can add filters to this, frames, and we're not going to do all that. We're just, let me center them a little bit better. And let's take a snapshot. There we go. Alright. And now we are in the vault. Now I could actually look around and interact with a couple of things in here, like the lenticular mural. It'll say good morning. It'll also say have a great day. And I think it'll also say good evening. Yes. And while I didn't get it, there was an event in the game where you could actually get that right there and put it up on the wall when you start settlement building. Oh, I wish I could grab those glasses so I could actually look more like myself. Rest. Okay, so basically the storyline for your character right now is it was last night was the last night of everyone being in the vault, because the whole deal with the vault was after 25 years after the bombs dropped, the doors would open and the people who had spent the last 25 years in the vault would go back out and rebuild America and repopulate. And while they were in the vault, they were also given like specific training, like engineering, social advocacy, agriculture, technology, like the kind of stuff that you would need in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where the people were supposed to go out and rebuild America. They were all, every single person was all given all the training in basically all the fields. And then their children, if they were also encouraged to have kids in these vaults, because the more people that left the vault to repopulate, the better chance humanity had. And so I'm playing, basically, on this character, one of the kids. And I received the same training. And this is actually a really messy room. But this is it's a kind of a small living quarter. But for a single person in the game, this would be perfect. It's got like a little study area with some, you can sit down and either read or play your guitar. And I wonder if I actually can. Yes, you can. Here we go. And this is actually something that's in the game throughout the entire game. If you find instruments, you can sit down and play them for a little while, and you'll get a bonus effect, which is, I think it's called well-tuned, and it allows you to get a little bit of extra XP or damage or something. And this particular tune he's playing, there are multiple, there are areas in the game where there are multiple instruments, and if you have a big party of people, or there are already NPCs playing, you can all get together and actually have a jam session. There's drums, there's a piano, there's a tuba, there's a set of drums, there's a acoustic guitar, a steel guitar, a banjo, a mouth harp, and I'm sure there's other instruments that you could play. All right, so in here is where you get a little bit of backstory if you've never played before. And it says, I'm actually going to grab this this holotape real quick. It says, Happy Reclamation Day. Today is the day, everyone. Reclamation Day. We've been preparing for this moment for 25 years. We're ready. You're ready. America's waiting for us, so let's get out there. And the other one says you're invited. And I don't know why my character is cutting off half the screen. Let me go back in and see if that fixed it. It's not fixing it for some reason. I wonder why. That's odd. Here we go. Now it's... I don't know why I did that. But it says, we've opened the remaining liquor rations and the official Vault-Tec party hats. The Overseer will give a speech at 10 minutes to midnight and will lead the countdown. Have fun, everyone. And basically what it is, like I said, last night was the last night in the vault. Everyone partied. They used up the last of the liquor rations and everything because they weren't going to be coming back. The reason being is when everyone leaves the vault will automatically shut down. All life support, electricity, everything. And the doors were designed to, once they closed after the last vault dweller leaves, they will never open again. Now, I don't know how true that's going to be because I have a feeling at some point Bethesda's going to add a little something. All right, so I'm going to give you a quick tour. That was the office/bedroom area. I like that little bag and hat. That's kind of cute. And then over here is the laundry and bathroom area, and there's like a little walk-in supply closet / pantry area, and it's just full of like little things. And what's crazy is you would think that they would pack all this up and take this out with them, but no, they have to like leave everything. And some of the things you can activate, and it'll just make a sound like it's running. And they're like little reminders, like need more sugar bombs, don't put TP on backwards, you know, that whole. The sink can be used, the toilet can be used, and I think the shower can be used. Yeah. And a lot of people would be like, oh, this doesn't look very realistic. If you'd played any other Bethesda game, you would be like, God, these graphics and the interactions are pretty well done. Alright, and so in here is your living room and dining area. You don't have a kitchen, but for a single person, you don't really need one. You basically just eat garbage anyway. And if you look out, there's an actual window that looks out into the vault. And if you look, there's other abodes and whatnot. There's the TV that you can turn on and off. And the fireplace can't be used, but the gramophone can. Which I actually, I turned off the music in the game because I don't want to get copyright stricken, so. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is grab our Pip Boy. Now, if you've ever played any of the old Fallout games, you'll recognize this Pip Boy a little bit. It's a slightly different version of one of the earliest Pip Boys. Because remember, this is supposed to take place 25 years after the bombs fell. So the Pip Boys that are available are the ones from like the original games. We're going to put it on and start it up. Yeah, it's a little bulky, and I think I can actually access it now. Yes, now we can actually access the Pip Boy. And as for effects right now, all I have is the well-tuned thing, and all it is an AP region, meaning action points.
You have been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Okay, so see, that's something that we weren't supposed to be aware of. And she hid that from us for 25 years, that she had her own mission. I don't think I can actually go back in now. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Their mailboxes are kind of cool. But yeah, basically, and you can see, I'm the only person in here. And what happened was, my character overindulged in the alcohol and was hungover and slept through everyone else leaving the vault. Now, we find out that the Overseer... and all the apartments look exactly the same in here. They didn't even try to go for any kind of differences or anything. And you can't go into anyone else's rooms at all. And then there are places that are roped off. It says sealed vault door inaccessible. Can't go in there. Alright, so we're going to go down. And you have all these little cardboard cutouts that are pointing you in the direction of where you have to go. But you can actually walk past them and have a look around and see what's going on. Inaccessible. And back there you can see there's hallways. There's a way down. But we can't go that way. Over here, oh, we got a little letter. It says, love note. It says, Dear Lisa, dearest Lisa, do you know that my heart skips a beat every time you enter? Your sweet voice rings, milk and 3 sugars, please, in my dreams. I long to kiss you. And what this is it's a draft of a guy who's trying really hard to talk to a girl before they leave. And apparently it doesn't really happen. He never gives her the note. And this is just notice that little bump out right there. I've been through this area here a couple of times. I never noticed that little bump out. That's the thing about playing these games is once you've played them a couple of times, it gets kind of generic and bland, and you don't really spend a lot of time looking around. But if you do spend some time looking around, you'll notice little things like this. Here is another sealed vault door. Through here is the little gym workout area, and it's accessible through that door and probably through here and around. It's just crazy how they put a lot of effort into these rooms, but then made it to where you're not able to access them. Yeah, this is another abode. There's basically, and we were very lucky with this vault actually. All the vaults were not what you would call a control vault. Most of the vaults in the Fallout series were experiments, and each vault had a different theme. There were also a very select few control vaults, and the vault that we are coming out of is a control vault, meaning there was no experiment. When they said, you're going to rebuild America, you're the best and the brightest, they actually meant it. These are just more abodes that we can't go into. Yep. And then if you go through here, it's pointing us in this direction. I don't think I can actually go through this door either. It's just a hallway that goes back that way. Alright, so we're going to talk to this dude. This is Crutchley.
At last! Today is your reclamation day.
Yes.
I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world.
Alright, and unlike Fallout 4, this is going to be a lot more like the original games with a non-voice protagonist and dialogue options. You can say, I'm ready to go, this is my home, I don't want to leave. Do you know anything about the world outside? Still no word from the Overseer. And that's the thing, nobody knew that the Overseer had her own mission, and she actually left hours before everybody else, which we'll find out in a little bit more about it, although we won't know why for a while.
Nothing at all. The exterior sensors were taken out of commission after that unfortunate business with the nuclear bombs. With so many of your friends having been gone so long, I cannot begin begin to speculate how they've transformed Appalachia already.
And see, that's the thing. Like, you made a good point. I'd want to stay in the vault where it's safe. Eric, I would too, but only if I was drawing on the knowledge of what I know now. But these are people who, like, for instance, the people that went into the vault, they were selected out of millions of people. Only 500 entered this vault, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 500. Or it might have been 200. Anyway, just a select few people entered the vault, and they were picked because of their patriotism and some kind of skill they had in life. Like, they had to have been like someone who was skilled in like agriculture or genetic manipulation, that sort of thing. And so these people knew that going into this vault was not a we're going to spend the rest of our lives there situation. It was a we're going to spend 25 years there, wait for the nuclear fallout to settle, no pun intended, and then go out and rebuild America. That was the whole deal. And so they also knew, like, if they had children in the vault, those children would be indoctrinated into the same mindset. And so everyone leaving is happy to leave. Still no word from the overseer.
No, and we're not likely to get one. It's been months.
Yeah, she didn't leave hours before.
This place behind to reclaim America.
Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot. I'm going to explain this, why he said it's been months. Okay. Now, Fallout 76 launched like 2 years ago. And when you first ask him no word from the overseer, he says no, and it's been hours. But the game is 2 years old, and they actually went in here and changed the dialogue. And so they're making a play like I've slept for months. Alright, I'm going to say, I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Adventure and opportunity awaits you, sir. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there. Best get cracking.
Alright, bye, Crutchley. Alright, and what he's talking about when he says kiosks is over here, as you're going through this little hallway, basically, it's giving you a little mini tour. They've set up these little stations right here, and they'll give you a couple of little supplies and some information from the bots. This guy's name is Worthy, and you just pick up the stuff.
Stay fed, stay hydrated. Very important. Lots of water out there, almost all of it.
Now, the water here, actually this one's turned off, but in a lot of the vaults, the water system still works, and you can still drink water. Here we have Radaway and stim packs.
If you get injured, and you will get injured,
and you will.
make use of stim packs. They are literal lifesavers.
He ain't just whistling Dixie. And if you look through here, like here, see, these are the nuclear reactors that power the vault. They're already powered down. They're not working. So the only power we have that's left is just enough to keep the lights going. Like this is the actual cafeteria I was just in. There's the letter we were just reading. And you can see some of the walls are literally just rough-hewn rocks. They literally didn't finish walling everything in. I already grabbed that. We're going to grab a pack of building supplies. And this is Higginbottom.
So, about the infrastructure out there in Appalachia, I suspect there isn't any.
There isn't. We're just going to leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's never played this game before. We get a party hat for some reason. I don't know why, but we get a party hat. Now, we're
one of Vault 76's last remaining residents finally awakened.
Now, we're supposed to go this way, but we can actually keep going here, and if we do, we see this is to, I don't think it even says, atmospheric contaminant detector, and it goes down that way. We've also got something back here. I think it's just a big giant supply room. But through here is the overseer's door. And this goes into her private office, and we can access her terminal and find out a little bit more about her mission. Alright, Vault Tech report. 25 years after, this tells you what the real deal is. 25 years after the vault doors close, you are to prepare your citizens to leave Vault 76 and begin a process called reclamation. Specifics will be disseminated automatically as that time approaches. After Reclamation Day, you are personally ordered to find and secure 3 nuclear silos codenamed Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. If these sites are still nuclear capable, ensure no one except Vault-Tec can access or launch nuclear ordnance. To be clear, even if there are other authorities, whether government, militia, or otherwise, their claims are to be ignored. Vault-Tec alone maintains jurisdiction. So what they're saying is, the Overseer's mission is to go find these 3 nuclear silos and make sure that if they're not working, but if they are working, only Vault-Tec and Vault-Tec personnel are allowed in there. They are not to allow anyone else from any other corporate or military entity in there. Even if they are the actual U.S. government, they're to be killed on sight. Just remember that. Vault 76 parameters. Vault 76 is one of the most important projects that Vault-Tec has completed. No expense has been spared on building, staffing, and selecting the inhabitants of your vault. The cream of the crop of America have been chosen, including luminaries from Vault-Tec University. The special classes and instruction you've received about managing a vault do not apply to this assignment. Vault 76 is special. Your mission is to see to the livelihood and well-being of all your residents and make sure they're ready to colonize America once the all-clear is received. It is to be expected you will face challenges we haven't prepared you for. Adapt, learn, and thrive. America is counting on you. And that's what they were saying, like, Fallout 76 is a control vault. All the other vaults, with the exception of another couple of control vaults, all of them have been experiments. Like, they have one vault where it was filled with fully recovered addicts, and they lived for, I think, 5 or 10 years there, perfectly fine, and then one day a wall opened up, a mysterious wall opened up, and it was packed with drugs. And they wanted to see how people would react. In another one, they filled a vault with one man and a box full of puppets. This giant vault, and it was just one human being and a box full of puppets. Like, there's each one has a different theme, and it may seem on some levels like they have no real aim or rhyme or reason to them, but Vault-Tec is very specifically trying to learn how people react with extremely stressful or dangerous situations. Not for the betterment of humanity, necessarily. We haven't really understood the nuance of all the different experiments or why they're even being performed, although there are very, very well plotted theories that Bethesda has never confirmed or denied. Operation procedures, day-to-day duties. Your job as the Overseer is to see to the overall health and safety of Vault 76. Avoid loss of life at all costs. The Vault residents have been carefully chosen for their unique skills and temperament. Due to the aptitude of the Vault residents, you may be presented with unique challenges in maintaining order. As a last resort, each domicile can be locked down and the resident imprisoned for any duration you deem appropriate. Enforced solitary confinement can lead to psychological issues, so factor that in. Although the vault doors cannot be opened from the inside, keep the entry clear of all unauthorized personnel. The security team will stow all weapons and munitions after the amended entry period and will be armed solely with non-lethal devices. If America is to be rebuilt, every life in this vault is special. Preserve them all. And so this is the thing when Vault-Tec really, if they have a goal that they're after, they will do anything to achieve it, including making sure that the Overseer understands that this vault is special. This vault, everyone must survive and thrive. Our studies have shown, even after a relatively short duration of living with the amenities of Vault-Tec, that test subjects can grow to depend on them. I would be one of them. That will not do for Vault 76. After the all-clear message is received, Vault 76 will shut down all functions inside of 24 hours. Air circulation will cease last, and you should warn the vault residents that staying inside the vault can be lethal after this period. Everyone must leave the nest. It's imperative that all residents are focused on the important job of rebuilding America. And in the archived files, it's just like, this is what the overseer wrote down. We counted down to midnight. I haven't seen everyone cheer like that since Vault Baby number 1 was born. I called lights out a couple hours ago. Had to get security to help a few people to their beds. Then the volunteers and I got all the standees set up just like we practiced. Need to make the final recordings, and then it'll be time to head out that door. I wish I could be there to help everyone on their way, but I know they'll make me proud. Oh, and let me go back to that. It says, I haven't seen everyone cheer like that since Vault Baby number 1 was born. In the playthrough that we're doing, that's me. I'm Vault Baby number 1. Survival first. As instructed, we set up the survival packages. I've advised everyone to run fast and far from 76 as soon as the doors open. We have no information about what awaits us. Vault Tech says, we're America's best hope. Now we'll find out. Annual review. And this is just like, it's a breakdown of stuff that happened in the last year. And then there are deleted files, which is interesting. Why would she delete files after she left all that other stuff? Now we're going to eject. Now we're going to play the holotape real quick.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this has a motley to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task, and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Alright, so I took that holotape too. Alright, so basically, now we just have to leave and start our adventure. I'm going to shut the door. I just feel like that would be appropriate. Alright. Here we go. Camping made easy.
Your camp is the key to survival and rebuilding, so use it often.
He's not joking. Alright, now we have a camp. This is just like storage, basically. There's nothing really left here. I'm gonna shut this door too. There we go. And here is where a lot of people took their actual training. Like they would sit here and just watch these slideshows, and it was just telling you basically how to survive and whatnot. And I don't think I can actually. Oh, you can turn it off. What? I didn't know you could turn it off. Just seeing what all I can interact with. And this person, I'm not going to read it this time, but basically it's the story of a guy who was like an aeronautics engineer, or like a really high level engineer in the world before the bombs fell. And when he came to live in the vault, he became a security guard. Like sometimes you had to take what jobs were given to you.
Never stop learning. Be the best that you can be.
I don't know why you have to take a pen, but these perk cards are another big deal. We just hit our first level. And I'm thinking the first thing that we need to pick is probably going to be agility. Or is it luck? Or should I pick luck? Or should I pick intelligence? Group quest impresses when you barter. Endurance, perception, raw physical power. We're just gonna go with agility for now. Which is no, we're not going to pick that. Let's see what else we got. Extra first aid chems and containers. What else do we have? Stim packs restore, blah blah blah. No, we don't even need that. We're gonna be playing solo. From eating or drinking. We might pick that. And what was this one? Okay, so we're going to go with... Well, that's radiation from eating or drinking. Yeah, we're going to pick this one for now. And what you do is you click on it and it'll put it right here. And that's it. That's all you do for now because we don't have any of the perk cards. But as we level, you guys will learn quickly which ones will be best for the build we're going to do and how to implement them. Alright, and now, here's the, this is the old security room right here. I don't know how you access it, but this is the old security room. Lots of files and whatnot. Oh, here it is right here. You can go in through here. Ha! It's been so long. And there's another terminal here to read, but I'm not really concerned because it's nothing like major. It's no like life altering. And I don't know what this goes to, but you can't go in there. So we're about to leave the vault.
Goodbye.
This is the only thing about this whole starting experience I hate, is it's just a white light. I think they should put like, I don't know, like a cave or something, and then as you get closer, it just kind of fades. But let's talk to Alderton for a second.
They grow up so fast.
Anyway, alright, we're going to leave the vault. And here's the thing, we can never come back, so this is it, guys. Never to be seen again. The only control vault I've ever been in.
Happy Reclamation Day. Now, don't get 'em.
Alright, now we're going to load into West Virginia, guys. Also known as Appalachia. Alright, now, here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part, guys. We are going to log out and log back in. Because now it is saved. If I hadn't left the vault, it would not save the character, and I'd have to make another character every time I wanted to play until I left the vault. Now that I've left the vault, my character is saved and checkpointed here. So we're going to hit exit, which will bring up the map. And this is, see these little marks right here? Elder Dragonborn's Camp, Natanid's Camp, that sort of thing. I'm on a regular server. This is just a person named Bacon Riot. We got someone else named Dream00, and that's their camp. Right now, we're on a regular server where regular people are playing. But we are going to go to a Fallout World server. So we're going to hit Z and go to quit to main menu. Now we're going to go to play, and then we're going to go to Fallout World's custom world. And this is a world that I play on my main character named Hilo. It says solo Fallout experience with a few minor mods. And you know what? We can actually look at it real quick and see what we've got going on. World settings. I have free building turned on. Camp power is at default. Crafting, free crafting is turned off. Now my camp height placement, radius, budget, and building restrictions are altered because I really love building in these games. I do. I won't bore you guys with it as much on stream, but what I'll do is I'll probably like make a very basic camp on camera when I have to because it's part of the quest line. I'll make a very basic camp, but later on off camera I'll build a better one and then give you guys the tour when get it done. And these here are actually new general settings. A lot of these are new, and they're, wait a minute, I meant to do, weather is set to default. I actually don't hate that. I had it originally set to like clear, meaning it will never rain, there will never be rad storms, it'll just be clear. Day or night, it's clear. But we're going to leave it on default for now. And so we're just going to go in there and now our character is going to be moved, well, it'll be copied. It'll still exist as a level 1 or level 2 character outside the vault on a regular server, but we're going to a private server, so it's going to copy that, and that's the one we're going to play. Because I don't join these guilds for these games for the social aspect. There are some MMOs that I do join for the social aspect, but not social gaming, if that makes sense. I prefer to game alone, but have people to talk to. Whereas in this specific game, we don't really have that kind of a dynamic. So there's our character, Danny. And so I prefer to just play a solo experience. I like playing Fallout games as solo experiences, and that's the thing about these Fallout World servers is you can play it as a solo character. Alright, it was nighttime a second ago, but now it's daytime, if that makes sense. Now, if you see, we can't go back in. We cannot go back in. Alright, so we're going to hang a right real quick, because there's a dead body right here. We're going to go into sneak mode too. But she has she has a weapon and some stuff on her, and we're just going to grab all of it real quick. And then if you notice this little thing that's floating right here, this is the direction I have to go in. This is where we need to go. We're going to grab this little flower here, a rhododendron. We're going to go down these steps. And right down these steps is another robot. And he's the last nice robot we're going to run across for a while. His name is Pennington.
Oh, sir! Those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil?
And then now you get dialogue options. So we're going to have a little bit of conversation here. Have you seen the Overseer?
Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right.
What's been going on out here?
Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But
Yes.
very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. Like, they're all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to?
You sound like you think they're up to something.
I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth.
Any idea what those two are doing up here?
Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me.
That's the thing, like, they're trying to get into the vault, but we know as the final person out that it's never going to open again. Like, even if they were to get in there, they would never get out again, because all life support has been turned off now. Alright, I ought to be on my way.
Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
Alright, so we're going to arm ourselves with a pipe pistol real quick, and we don't have any armor. I'm going to put on the black rim glasses. And now we're going to go talk to Isela
Maybe.
and Lacey.
Wait, a vault dweller? Hey there!
We have to speak to Lacey first.
Whoa, whoa! Just a friend here, not a threat. Just had some questions for you. You came out of the vault, right? I thought it was empty. Wait, is the door still open?
The door's still tight. No, it's probably empty now. We'll ask first, what's your interest in Vault 76?
My partner and I need a way into that vault. We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? New bar down the road. So this guy told us that
After you gave him the last of our caps?
Oh, the last of their
he
cats.
said that inside that vault is the, you know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around.
The big one? What are you talking about?
You know, the thing that brought everyone back. The treasure.
There's a treasure out here?
Well, yeah, it was this big broadcast, but shouldn't you know what was in there?
I told you, Lacey. The guy was scamming us.
Those were the last of our caps. No, someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose. Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you?
Alright, let's ask. Did you see another vault dweller go by? An overseer.
If your overseer crossed our path, she sure wasn't broadcasting it. Sorry. You might ask at the Wayward. Seems like they set themselves up to be a natural stopping point.
What the heck? The mole rat attacked me. Alright, let's go back to our conversation.
Can't be a dead end. Oh, was there something else?
Hold on. What's the world like out here? That, I would be asking that question. Seriously asking that question. Because, like I said, I've never been to the outside world before.
We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been.
What can you tell me about this area?
About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard.
Well, there's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire.
What can you tell me about this treasure?
Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much. Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio has come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
The guy we met at the Wayward, Carter, I think was his name, he gave us a couple of leads to chase down in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare weapon, would you?
They sent you out here without a weapon? Be a quick trip trying to do this unarmed. Here.
I got a machete. A machete. A machete. And that's it. I better be going.
Watch yourself out there.
Alright. So we're gonna pilfer through their stuff real quick and grab this silver locket, and that's really about it. That's all there is in here. Ooh, we got a Liberator MKO right there. We are going to grab this glowing fungus, and then we are going to head down here. That thing is going to shoot at us, just so you guys know. We have no armor, and actually there's 2 of these bad boys. Got that one. Got it, okay. And they have already killed one of the robots, a responder protectron. And remember that word, the responders, remember that. That's going to come in handy dandy. Orders from Maria Chavez. Wait. We're not gonna loot everything. We're gonna loot the things on these 2 corpses. There is a body nearby that I don't need to be looting from quite yet. I'm gonna grab the blue flowers known as soot flowers. We're gonna run over here and grab some wood and some more rhododendrons. And that's the thing. If you plan on surviving at all in this game, you will eventually have to build yourself a little camp, and to do so, you will need stuff like wood and metal and glass and stuff like that. But we're going to keep following this little trail here. Oh, we got our first little critter here. This, my good friends, is what possums look like now. I kill it real quick, and we'll kill another one. Also, incidentally, when this game first launched, there were no other people in this game at all. There was a few robots, but no other people in this game. So the 2 girls I just spoke to and this guy up here, they didn't exist when this game first started. The game's been out for 2 years, and due to the expansion known as Wastelanders, we're going to be running into people now. Cooking station. What do we got here? Just a few little nipnoid items. All right, we're gonna go upstairs. Now, I would normally talk to every person I run across, but this particular person is someone that you can turn into an ally, and they will be at your camp. And I don't want her at my camp. She's very weird and annoying, and she really just bugs me. So I'm not gonna talk to her. Now, I can't remember the lady's name in real life, but she's voiced by a very famous comedian who's hilarious, by the way. Grab these mute fruits, and we're just going to keep going down the trail. And it's been so long since I played this opening, I don't specifically remember what we're going to be running across. Honestly. I'm going to run through here a little bit, because it is a bit of a jog, a stretch. Oh, also, before we get too far to where we start getting close to enemies and whatnot, this is where we're headed. We're headed to the Wayward, because we're looking for the Overseer. I'm just looking around, making sure there's nothing sneaking up on me. The Appalachia is a very dangerous place. There's a robot right there. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's a Protectron. And he's not going to bother us. You'll find that even 25 years after the bombs have dropped and pretty much everyone on the planet was killed or run out of this area, that the robots that were left behind are still doing their jobs. They're still farming. I said farming. They're still foraging and living their lives and whatnot. Oh, we got some bees right here. I hate bees. I hate bees. We're going to use VATS. Well, that didn't work. Got it. Oh, good lord. I hate bees. I hate bees. We're getting attacked. We're getting attacked. God, I hate bees. And what's bad is, like, you can't even loot them after you kill them because they're so small, they just disappear. Oh, we got some more right here. No, these are actually, beehives. We are going to be attacked in a second. I got him. God, I hate bees. If you get too close to these, they'll make more swarms. All right, so we're gonna hippity hop skip right here. Ooh, we got another dead possum. There's one more. Yeah. This is a scavenger.
I haven't hit rock bottom yet. Just you wait.
You guys see what he's wearing? No comment.
There's a lot of potential.
No comment on his outfit. None whatsoever. I actually see some snaptail over here, and I didn't see it a minute ago. Alright, so we're going to hop back on that trail so we can get the heck out of Dodge. I keep forgetting that I'm not like a level 80-something character, so my AP, which is on the bottom right, drains very quickly. Just looking around, because we're about to be attacked in a minute by some bad guys. We're going to meet our first set of Scorched for the first time in a minute. I'm just grabbing stuff as we go. I forget the name of this little area, but we got some Scorched. This guy right here, yeah, he's just hanging out. And he does not like me, I can tell you. Scorched do not like anyone. We got another trail going up here to this little house up here. But we're going to keep going in the direction that we were told to go, basically. We're going to keep going and looking for... Well, I guess he's not going to attack me. He's going over there. Okay, that's fine. We're going to keep going to the Wayward so we can find our Overseer. Oh, we got some squirrels. You guys are going to love this. You ought to see what squirrels look like. This, my friend, is what squirrels look like. They've lost the ability to grow hair. Grab that silk bean. Nothing's following us so far. I'm fine with that. Now, I'm jumping higher than I normally would be able to, and that's one of the settings in this specific server that I'm on. I can jump a little bit higher. Not astronomically. I can't, like, jump over a house or anything, but I'm able to jump a little bit higher, and it comes in handy when you're trying to just traverse this area. I'm going to grab that log. There's some more possum over here. Now, I can't actually cook anything yet. You would think that if you walked out of the vault, killed something, and took its meat, you would immediately cook it to eat it. But in here, you need recipes to cook items and critters. Even to make alcohol. This is a play on Beetlejuice. Remember when the vehicle crashed through the little bridge, the little red bridge? And this here, this is the Wayward. And it's just a big, giant, looks like a set of double wide trailers stacked on top of each other with another one, another set of double wide set off to the side. They're all connected. And they turned it into like a giant inn or rest stop on the road. we're gonna grab everything that we can before we go in and talk to the people in there. There's almost nothing here to grab. It's been kind of picked clean, really. Alright. And I thought I saw something over here. Yep, we got some more glowing fungus. And some blood leaf. Yep, more glowing fungus, which I'm not 100% into, really, honestly. I don't really need the glowing fungus. Oh, and we got some copper. Let's see, come on. And it's really pretty here. They're right here on the river and the road. They're sandwiched basically between the river and the road, and it's a really good location. Oh, these flowers are pretty. Can't pick them. They're very flat, actually, though. And I see a skeleton. You'd think these people would clean up around here, but apparently not. Alright, so we're going to look inside this little trailer here. Coffee pot, hot plate, cigarettes, coffee cup. There's a few goodies in here. Not many. So they're basically like little cabins almost. This is kind of cute, actually. And the fact that it's like maintained. We've got this giant sentry bot named Bessie, apparently. Painted up to look like a cow. Oops. Oh, I see another flower. We're going to pick that flower. And then, what we got here? The Wayward. Grab these bottles. Can't hurt. Ooh! We got some. We can't pick up that shovel, but we can pick those wild carrots. This is Hide. Can we interact with them?
We got her at a discount since she was deconned. Only thing she puts down these days are piles of sheet metal.
Okay then. Piles of sheet metal, like she poops metal? Is that what you're saying? This is a medical supply vending machine, and this is an ammo vending machine. Grab that beer bottle. And that's the whole outside, so we're going to go inside now, and this will be interesting. Okay, so far, so good. We're inside.
Lady, I will paint the
Ooh!
Honey, you picked the wrong time to get a drink.
Okay, Duchess.
Hey! Who the hell are you?
He's not bad looking. Whoa, whoa, what's going on here?
None of your damn business.
What's going on is that this one seems to think I know.
There's a guy over here.
And that I'm building my new bar out of refuse for fun.
Lady, this is your last warning. Our crew is getting that treasure. And I will happily send you both to the great goddamn beyond if you don't start explaining where I can find what's ours.
Okay, then. Tell me about this treasure. Maybe we can work something out.
Treasure's our crew's business, not yours. And unless I start getting answers right now, I'm gonna start shooting people.
We'll go with attack. He wants to be a jerk about it. Let's kill him.
Don't worry, I'll make it quick.
Or I could blow his head off.
It's gonna end badly.
That was actually a knee-jerk reaction. I was already like clicking the button. I didn't realize it was going to be like that.
Pointed at me more than enough for one day.
Alright, so let's loot him real quick. He just had a gun and some ammo on him. All that bluster and he had nothing else on him. There's his head right there. He lost his head, my friends. Alright, we're going to talk to this lady.
Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Oh, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me.
Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
Okay, she gave me Duchess's dram. What was that all about? He said something about a treasure.
Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fellow named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business.
Should we get involved? I don't think so. I'm looking for the Overseer Vault 76. Have you seen her?
Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. No, I haven't seen her, but I have heard her. My people found a tape she left behind for one of her dwellers at that camp across the way, though.
We found out she has a camp here.
Now. Maybe you're the one she left it for. I'm happy to hand it over. Though, now that we've drifted naturally onto the topic of helping one another, maybe there's something you could do for me in return.
Oh, Lord. And you'll give me the Overseer's tape in exchange for what exactly?
Just agreeing to lend us a hand in a little diplomatic intervention.
Oh, Lord.
See, that boy you put down, he's not the first of his crew to roll in here, but I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say?
All right, I'll help you.
That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
Mail invitations, maybe? That's what my mom did for my birthday parties, though I guess no one came to those either.
Oh, darling. See, as fine as that idea is, you know, I was thinking we could take a different tack. Just give me 1 second.
As we all sit here and stare at her butt.
I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding.
Aha.
I did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't I?
Believe it or not, yes.
That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't starve on me.
Well, that's nice.
And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials, too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now, you ready to get this show on the road? Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The wayward gets left alone. And here, that overseer tape.
See, if
Sounds
I wanted
like
to be...
she set up that camp across the way so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably worth looking into if you think you could use a refresher.
See, if I wanted to be ugly, I would just take the overseer's tape and not do this quest for her. But I'm gonna be nice. Now, the first time I played through here, I was like, I don't want to grab anything and take it in case she needs it. But she specifically tells you to look around because they might have enough scrap lying around for you to build. So that's what we're doing real quick. We're going to grab anything that's not nailed down. Oh, I love a pocket door. Don't you guys love a pocket door? This bathroom is disgusting. It's hideous. It's really, really disgusting. Let's try going upstairs and seeing what's up here. Oh, a nice bearskin rug. Look at that. That's actually not bad. I like that. That requires a key. We can't go in there. Oh, we got a safe. It requires a skill of safe cracking of 2, which I don't have any, so we're going to have to just leave that be for now. Oh, I love pocket doors. I love pocket doors. I could sleep in the bed for a minute, but I don't really need to. Alright, we're going to go back downstairs and continue looting. Take that pepperoni roll. That looked good. I'm just looting everything I can, basically. For a bar in the apocalypse, this isn't the worst setup, really. I can't get into those little coolers, so we'll leave them alone. Alright, and then let's head out here. Oh wait, we got more stuff we can grab real quick. Anything in there? Nope. Duct tape. We'll definitely use duct tape. At such a low level, adhesive is ridiculously hard to find. So I think that's about it as far as what we can grab from in here. Some bottles. Glass is also kind of hard to come by at lower levels like this. Pretty much everything is harder to come by at lower levels. Alright, so we're done in here for now. We're not going to talk to Mort about building at our camp because I've done it enough. I don't need to. I keep finding more and more crap. Oh, there's a... I think that's it. They're just going to leave the dead body on the floor. It's a little ridiculous, but okay. We're going to leave. And have yet more chocolate. Eric, you still with me? And it is nighttime. And this right here is what they're talking about. This is the Overseer's camp right here. And we are going to pick up the duct tape, ball peen panel. We're going to learn how to make a bed. There's all kinds of goodies in there. There's already a camp here. And in here is a bunch of stuff in the Overseer's cache. well as a combat knife. Let's turn our light on real quick. We're going to snatch that piece of wood right there. Oh, we got some mute fruit right here. I thought I saw, yep I did. I saw wood and more mute fruit, and I think that's kind of it for now. For now. Alright, so we have to listen to a couple of things. Alright, so first things first, let's find the stuff that's in our inventory that we need to notes. Okay, we're going to learn this, and then we're going to learn the crane treasure hunting sign as well. And then in the holotape, we're going to listen to the Overseer's log, the camp one. We've already listened to Vault 76's. Now we're going to listen to this one.
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remember. Mutated animals, haywire bots, no people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild, and what I can confirm is hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault-Tec was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one.
That's this.
Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. This is the Overseer. Signing off.
Alright, so the next leg of our mission is to continue down the road. We have to go to the town of Flatwoods. But before we do that, we're going to, no, you know what? We are going to do that. We are going to do that. I was going to say we're going to do this thing for Duchess. We are, but I don't think we're quite ready yet to take on those guys that she wants us to. So we're going to keep on down the road. Brotherhood hopefuls.
Must be a real hardest to keep all these rough and tumble soldiers in line.
I think our saviors have finally arrived.
Just grabbing whatever I can find. Water, we'll take that.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
I thought that was a guy at first with the haircut. I'm so sorry. I hate misgendering people in video games, but sometimes it's really hard to tell. Alright, we got a bad guy right here. We're gonna have to get right up on him to make these bullets count. You know what? Let's look real quick and see if we have a better gun. We do, actually. A pipe bolt action pistol. I say that. Ooh, I got him in like one shot, really. I'm fine with that. All he had on him was aluminum scrap. Oops, wrong button. We're gonna go back to the pipe pistol. And we're also gonna, turn that on as well. So now we have, Molotov cocktails. Flowers. And what is this? Oh, it's a doggy! Hey, little doggy. Hey, uh-oh. Wait, what? Where'd you go? Ah! Oh! Ooh, get away from me. Get away from me. I don't like you. Got him. Oh. Oh. That was... Oh, I didn't like that. That was not a pleasant pooch. Okay, nothing in there. Oh, more pretty flowers. That kind of scared me a little bit. Oh, wood. And flowers over here. I'm really after all the wood. Because as of right now, I can only build with wooden pieces if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's a person! That says, what now? Green? Ah! This is not... Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh. This guy looks scary. It says Raider Punk.
I'm not here.
What is that moving? Oh, they're just frogs. We're fine with frogs. Oh. I see something else moving. Wait. Wait. No. Where are you at, dude? Oh. I don't like this. Frogs. They're glowing. These frogs are, it says, come visit their wayward. Okay, that's just where we just come from. Wait, what? They have little tiny bolts of lightning coming out of them. I'm getting away from that. They don't seem to be hostile. Who knew the first thing that wouldn't be hostile was a little tiny glowing lightning frog? They glow in the dark. That's actually kind of cool. I feel like they should put out more light, though. That dude there's just sitting there. He's just chilling. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a bag up here. There's 2 bags. Nothing in that one. A white plate in that one. And then these little boxes with the hearts on them. Kind of looks like a EKG or something. Like a heart monitor, doesn't it? Alright, so making sure there's no... Okay, Green Country Lodge. Making sure there's no... Oh, there's some flowers over here. Oops. There's a water pump. Oh, a box. What do we got? Another Molotov cocktail. Some more wood. And some more wood. My nose is itching like cray-cray. Oh, bodies. Oh, bodies on the ground. Were they playing baseball? Ooh, another pipe revolver and a baseball bat and a Raider corpse. Okay. We walked right past it. Oh, there's blood all over the ground. Ooh. We got a nice little table. Ooh. These are bear-proof trash cans. Avoid personal something. Secure all trash here. Wait, what's that back there? There's something blue on this side. Oh, it's a, can I get to it? Yeah. A lunch pail with a tattoo and a water.
I'm getting so sick and tired of those thorn bushes.
I hear someone. Ooh, radroaches. I don't like radroaches, guys. I really don't. This poor guy died while he was lifting weights. What a way to go. Oh, we got gym session notes. Let's play that.
All right.
3 sets of 12 reps. Let's see. Dumbbell bicep curls, tricep extensions. Back extensions, yeah. But lack of proper equipment. No bother. Chin up. Only 8 more luxury coffees to make quota in backwards. I mean flatwards. Be difficult given the financial situation around here. Just need to remind them of our friends the Chinese. I'll be back on the plane to Ipswich within a fortnight. Gather it'll be the best rest of the day. Yeah.
So apparently that guy was making coffins? He was just making coffins, and then he went to do bench presses and died. Did he die when the bombs fell, or did he die after the fact? Oh, wait. A Nuka-Cola machine. Oh, it's got 3 Nuka-Colas in it. And then there's some water here. Oh, it's irradiated. I'm getting radiation. Oh, no. We're going to stay out of the water. Oh, a cooler. With some Mirelurk. Oh, I hope there aren't Mirelurks in the water. I would assume that if there were, they would have jumped out by now. Because Mirelurks don't like you getting even slightly close.
Scorched to the ferals don't get you.
Oh, there's a person there. I could hear him talking, but I didn't know where he was. He's a settler.
It's time to turn over a new leaf.
All right, Abraham Lincoln, look at him.
Glory.
He's trying to emancipate some people.
You ever find those magazines lying around? Ah, they're my favorite.
What
How about
magazines
you?
are you
You read
talking
them?
about? Are there children's magazines? The way he said that and the way he looks. I thought he was talking about something else.
All right, I have a few spares that I scavenged. You look like you read Guns and Bullets, huh? What do you say? You want it?
I'll take it.
Hope you enjoy.
Alright, let's see what he gave us.
Foundation might be coming along, but we got a lot more work.
Oh, what did we just do? What did it
It's
do?
hard work making
I gotta check my effects now. Guns and bullets. Damage resist at night, 10. For how long? Oh, for 29 minutes. I used the magazine apparently when I clicked on it. I should have just looked at it, but not used it. Well, there's that.
If those raiders are snooping around, they're gonna regret it.
Who walks around with a spatula in their dresser? I'm literally grabbing everything I can because everything is going to be used when I start
Now,
building.
People have come back to this area. They'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Can I get another magazine from you, dude?
Gotta prepare for even more settlers moving in.
Apparently
The further
not.
out we expand our influence, the more.
That's it.
people
We can only get the one magazine, and I used it without even realizing it. Wait, what? There's someone walking over there. It says scavenger. And it didn't light up red, so... Wait. That's a cooler. Can I get over here? Yeah. God, it's been so long since I played this area. I don't really remember it. Oh, Flatwoods bus stop. Oh, and a house. Let's go look in the house. Let's go see if there's anything in there we can grab. Anything in the mailbox? No. Got some more flowers. This says... Oh, it's boarded up. Oh, a body. Survivor story. Willie Mae.
I pressed the button. Hush! I think it's recording now. Shush! Hello? Hello there? I think it's working. I hate these things. This is Willie Mae, and I was asked to talk a bit about my life since the war to help educate future children someday. I think that's nice. I thought I'd just watch my programs and entertain the grandkids in my retirement, but that didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad they all made it to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in a dream, I knew my prayers were answered. My husband Frank used to work in the mines. Just a bit before the war, there was news of tremors, and he didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him or why he never came home for sure. And between you and me, I'm fine with that. Since the war, I've just read my old newspapers and listened to music.
Oh, bless her heart.
It's very peaceful for once, which is just right nice by me. Ever hear of the Watoga Times atomic lottery? The winner got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, Salisbury steak, and Nuka-Cola, of course. I played that lottery for 20 years, and I finally won the month before the war. It lasted only 8 years, though, but who can you complain to? By the time it ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well, I'm going home now. For a bit anyways. How do I turn this thing off? Blast these things. Not this button. Not this one. Oh, here it is.
That was kind of sad, I guess. Her name was Willie Mae, and she wore men's outfits. She didn't seem too broken up over her husband dying in the mines. I think she had a heart attack, though. She looks peaceful. I think she was sitting here reading her newspaper and listening to the radio, and she had a heart attack and fell off and passed on. That's kind of sad, but at the same time, I guess it's probably one of the most peaceful deaths you could get in this game. All right, we're going to listen to Who Goes There Part 1.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter.
I'm not listening to that. I'm sorry. It's driving me nuts. I don't mean to be ugly, but that was getting on my nerves. Ugh. Oh, we got some, that house looks boarded up, don't it? We got some more, glowing fungus here, and we have discovered flatwoods. We got 21 XP. We got a road going that way. Another house right here, which is also boarded up. Is every wait, we got some stuff here. Is every house boarded up? Oh, a body. Blah, 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 blah. Survivor story Sophie. And a grenade. Guess we'll listen to it.
Is this thing on? Babe. Hello, survivors of this garbage dump. I'm Sophie, and this is my stupid survivor story. Where should go? Oh, yeah. Before the bombs, I was a librarian, and now I can read everything all the time. Whee! Look at me! I'm lucky.
Okay, so she was a librarian.
Wait, no. Maybe it was one of those farmers who
40 times.
Oh, she's a liar.
Religious thing. Yeah, that's right. No, I got it. I was a sweet little kid and lived off some cat food containers in a super duper mart for months near my parents' rotting carcasses. Nobody came. Nobody. I learned how to deal. You should too. The responders are a joke. Nobody helps anybody anymore. Get a grip. If you're not a total idiot, you get out of this dump before the responders get you killed. Leave the sick behind. We're better off. Trust me. Whiny babies can stay here and play make-believe, but anyone with half a brain will go up to the mountains and drop the dead weight.
Lord.
Delbert already tried to stop me. Sorry to say, nobody will be around to teach you how to eat shit now, Flatwoods. Bye, suckers. Love always, Sophie.
She is really angry. Like, she got some anger issues. Okay, I think I picked up a piece of gear. Oops. Armor. No, I didn't. I thought I did. Okay, so I'm going to change from the Molotov cocktail to the grenade because it puts out like twice as much damage. And alright, so this is a weapons workbench. We're going to use it to scrap some stuff. And we're just going to scrap all of our junk. That got rid of most of my weight, actually. We're also going to get rid of the combat knife, the baseball bat. Oh, I unlocked gray, whatever that is. Pipe auto pistol. Oh, we just unlocked the hardened receiver. We're going to unlock the... We're just unlocking stuff left and right. And we're going to scrap that one because I got another one there I can use. And we're also going to scrap this one because I don't like the one... Its fire rate is only 3. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to hold on to that so I can turn it from a pistol into a rifle. Oh, transmitter parts, workbench parts. Oh, if I scrap these, it'll give me all that stuff. I'm going to wait on that. I don't need that mod. Alright, and then we're going to use... that. Oh, and I want to repair this gun that I'm using currently. So... Alright, there's that. And we'll go ahead and repair this one. Whoops. Cannot... What in the world is it doing? Repair! There we go. It wanted to act stupid. And that's really all we've got to do. And the sun is coming up, so now I can actually see a little bit better. Most of these houses are like boarded up. You can't go into them. I really feel like Bethesda missed the mark here. Would have made place a lot more... I mean, even if you did them as like instanced areas, I feel like that would have been a good way to like engage the people. It's got a nice view. Oh, there's a graveyard. Oh, wait, that's a church. That's a church, yeah. Oh, look at that big bridge. Is that a bridge? I think that's a bridge. Yeah, it's a bridge. I'm pretty sure. More of these boxes with the little EKG thing. Wait, are these coffins? These can't be coffins. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, wait, there's a tent over there. I want to check out the... Oh, there's bodies. There's bodies. Oh, I'm going to grab that axe. There's bodies. Pre-war money. Survivor story. Dasa Benami? Is that how you say it? Dasa Benami? We'll see.
We call it the Great War now. It's not been long, and things have
Here's coffee.
been rough. Welcome to Survivor Stories. I'm Dasa Ben Ami, a
Dasa.
responder. I've been working with the responders for a couple of years now. I'm from Charleston originally, so it was easy to join up. What wasn't easy was the work. Rebuilding Appalachia from the rubble while survivors flock to us regularly from all over. So many have come and gone. Their stories untold, their names lost to time. I thought we should preserve this history somehow. I've decided to ask people to record their thoughts, their stories, anything they want to preserve forever. I'll call this series the Survivor Stories. I'll start with me. I was an anthropology PhD student at Tech University, final year. I was printing my thesis when I heard the sirens. I thought for sure my father, a Tech employee, could take us all with him, but only 2 reservations came through. I refused to go. With my little brother, he went to the vault.
Aww.
They could not persuade me, so they tried. In the end, I pushed them inside it, and that was it. After that, I went back home to Charleston and, well, survived. Eventually, the responders formed, and I signed up right away. It was so hard. The flood was devastating. Relocating to Morgantown Airport and now Flatwoods has been... I remain optimistic. Been with them now for, I guess 2 years. We have big plans. We can do so much to help. Maybe, just maybe, we can rebuild enough to be okay.
Maybe.
And in the meantime, I will continue to record stories of survivors when I can. We are your history. This is Dr. Ben Ami, signing off for now.
You know what? I think we're gonna roleplay some of this. I think what we're gonna do is, like, her story was, it was her and her brother and her dad, but they only had 2 reservations into the vault, the one I come out of, and she pushed them both inside and went back to live, and she did. She survived the nuclear fallout and died later. What if her brother was my character's father? That would make her my aunt. And I just found her body. That's kind of sad. And now we got another one. Confessions of an Addict.
Well, this is it, I guess. Rock bottom, I think they call it. I still miss him. Billy.
Billy?
I knew he was too young for me. But it made me feel good.
How young are we talking, girl?
So, it's the old Billy I really miss. The one who used to do nothing all day with me, but
She don't look
listen
that
to
old. She's
radio
bad.
and drink. I should have got out sooner. When Billy and his buddies started torturing little cats and dogs. His friends were no good, but that didn't stop me anyway. I can't believe my wake-up call was watching people's heads get stuck on spikes.
Oh my gosh.
So, what is an old gal like me to do? Steal all the food, steal all the cams, and get the hell out of there. I'd trade my last bite of food just to see the look on their faces. Oh, I know it's gonna piss off
There's a guy
Bill's
down there.
friends, but I don't give a damn. I tell myself I should feel sorry for the little town across the river. But if I'm being honest, and that's what this tape is for,
but don't really care.
Dang.
I call myself an addict, but it ain't the chems that finally got me. It was always Billy.
Oh. Billy killed her. Lord. It's getting bleaker and bleaker and darker and darker.
Time to eat.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Let's talk to this dude.
Give it to me.
What are you
Come on,
wearing?
come on, give it up.
Give what to you?
No, you got something for me to drink, stranger.
Oh, I've got whiskey on me. You can have this whiskey.
Come on. You give me something a little stronger.
Then whiskey? What do you want, gasoline?
What? That's all? I'm gonna need more than that.
I don't have anything else. Dude, you need help. And you're literally like 100 feet downriver from a dead addict. Take the hint, dude.
Now
And
people
dog
come
food,
back to this area.
whiskey. I could
All
give
of
him some more
except
whiskey.
Places like Foundation.
I don't want to. I don't feel like I should encourage his drug and alcohol use. Oh! Oh! Dead ghoul roamer. He's stuck halfway in the ground. Oh, hello. Wait. Oh, a dead raider. Bless her heart. Wait, did she only have one eye? No, she had two eyes. Okay, I was just making sure. It looked like she had one eye open and one eye shut. I guess not. Hello, cow. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, okay, calm down. I just wanted to say hey. I'm not gonna kill you. I already looked at that. The back of my leg is itching. I think something bit me on my walk the other day. It's driving me nuts. What's in the mailbox? Nothing. Nothing in the car. Oh, 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 we got a bucket here. I've already been here once, okay. Did I grab this stuff? I think it's respawning already. Alright, what's in the trash can? Nothing. Nothing. Dish rag, a first aid pack. What's in here? Nothing. Okay, here we go. Overseer's log, Flatwoods, as well as Vault-Tec cardboard standees, a water pump, and some other random things. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this first.
Overseer's log, town of Flatwood. My God, there's no one here. The old tavern, the church, people were using them for shelter, but they're gone. Mutations we expected. But there's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person, but it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice. Angry, tortured. We are one. One what? Whatever happened here is beyond anything we expected. And we expected a lot. Before they were wiped out, the survivors called themselves the Responders.
They turned it into like a hospital
They were made
here.
of firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. We even have an automated system to teach people about treating water, food, survival. I'm doing their tests, and you should too. I know it's even worse than we imagined, but someone's got to know where the missile silos are and how to secure them. The responders are the best lead we have. This is the Overseer, signing off.
There's the robot here. It says trading post supplies. So does he have supplies I can get?
While you're here, why not grab a stim pack or two?
Okay.
A volunteer.
Try the R.
If you need supplies.
Okay, here we go.
Got you covered.
Okay, I can sell some stuff and make a couple of caps. Not a lot of caps.
With smarts and a little luck, you'll do just fine out there.
Wait, I can get rid of those sunglasses. I want to keep my party hat for now. And I'm going to keep all my food.
It sure is
Notes.
great
Oh!
to see living human
he's...
beings
Oh, wow.
again.
There's a lot of plans on him. Okay. I only have 39 caps. Man, this is nuts. Okay. So let's try to make something. Well, first let's scrap all of our junk. My cup was in the way. I couldn't see my weight. And then we'll try to craft something and see if we can make like some chems or something and then sell them.
Overseer lady.
I can make a thing of boiled water. That's that.
Coming. It's nice to meet you.
I think I need to wait, actually. I can't make, like, medicine yet. Diagnostic terminal. Access denied is restricted to responders, volunteers, and volunteer trainees. If you'd like to join the volunteer program, speak with Dasa Ben Ami or register at the self-serve kiosk. I can't talk to Dasa. She did. She's literally for wait, aluminum scrap. Aluminum scrap. Anything else up here? Nope, can't get over there. Okay. She's worm food. Alright, oh, there's a pillow on the floor. Comfy pillow. Oh, a body. Another body. Responders corpse. So these people were all called responders? Were they like... Okay, so they were like... I'm assuming... They were like, like the doctors, like the medical, like the nurses and EMS people. Bandage, scissors, surgical tray. What else is on here? Wait, oh, pastor's vestments. I might wear that. Oh, there's a person. Heather Ellis. And, oh wait, she's got a dog. Okay, Chloe. I guess they're good people? They're not lighting up red, so they're good people. Oh, oh. Oh. Red roach. Oh wait, aluminum. There's a lot of aluminum around here. Wooden left leg. Oh, we got our first piece of armor, I think. Let's see what we got. Wooden left leg. Yeah, and it's almost destroyed. Alright, so we're gonna... Can I get up these stairs? Or the collision on these stairs is really bad. Oh, my game froze up, guys. No, it just lagged really bad. Okay. Wait, this is the way I came in from. Right? Yeah. So I've still got all that to explore. All those buildings. I don't hate this. Oh, and whatever that is. Survivor Story Colonel.
Hi. Dasa asked me if I would talk about how I got here.
It's a kid.
She asked everybody, so I said okay. My name's Colonel. and I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. The bombs and the messed up people and the cows with two heads, all of it. I was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked Chip Wilkins in the shins until he cried. I pushed Rose McCoy down the stairs.
Bad little boy.
I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts and put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. I told Harold Newell to eat 10 dead flies a day in order to grow muscles, and put Nuka-Cola in the rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything. Because my dad said if I wasn't this way, the bad things would happen.
Oh, that's awful.
I haven't seen Daddy since the bombs, and I guess he left because of that, too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though.
This poor kid.
I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Darcy said I can help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy, if you're listening, I promise it won't be bad anymore, so you can come back now. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Guys, that was like hard to listen to. I want to stop for a second and say that the voice acting in these holotapes so far has been really good. Get rid of that pipe. No, I'm going to sell that pipe wrench. Newsboy cap. No, I'm trying to wear it. Alright, so, thought I saw something on that desk. Alright, so there's nothing else in there. We're gonna burn a candle next to cardboard. That's smart. Alright, so I have to go. There's another cow. Where do I have to go? Oh, it's downstairs. Okay, let's hop back down. There's a glass there. Ooh, cranberry jam. Hello. That's my jam. Somebody likes Nuka-Cola. There's throwing knives. What? And a multi-purpose axe. Hello. Oh, wait. There's stuff on the ground. What else is on the ground? Oh, some Radix. Stim pack, dirty water. There's some beers. Okay, self-registration kiosk. Oh, this is... Okay, because DASA is dead, so we have to do the self-serve registration kiosks. Welcome, Survivor. This program was developed to turn regular survivors into certified responder volunteers. As a volunteer, your job is to help others. And our job as responders is to help everybody, including you. So now I register here. Oh, I got some caps. Transferring course to your external hardware. Done. I guess that means my Pip Boy. And then it says report to responder Kesha McDermott for further instructions. People directory. Message of the day, don't provoke the cows. I'm not going to, I promise. Dasa Benami, she's dead. I don't know who Miguel is. Colonel, that's a 13-year-old. Okay, Kesha McDermott. Last checked in 10/25/96. Last location, Flatwoods River. I was just at the river, wasn't I? Housing assignment, 3 Church Road. Monitoring water safety protocols in Flatwoods. Conducting ongoing hydrology experiments. Okay, so I guess... Alright, so I've completed a quest. Oh, person. There's a person. Heather Ellis. Oh, that's the lady with the dog. Free cooking lessons. Huh. Wait, what is this? Who Goes There? Part 1. I already picked that one up. That was that audio drama that I couldn't deal with. I had to turn it off.
Hi there.
Her hair's pretty. What? There's something moving out that door. There's something moving out that door. I could have sworn I saw something moving out that door, guys. I hear something. Oh, it's a possum. I'll shoot you. Bang, bang. There's a person in the garbage can? What? There's a person in the garbage can. That is nuts. Alright, let's go back in here. Honey jar. Kitchen scale. Nothing in there. Oh, wait. We got a kitchen terminal. What's this say? It says, eject holiday volunteer training program food. We're going to play it real quick.
Interview 2. Reverend Delbert Winters. Hi, I met you in the woods near the Morgantown airport. You were picking flowers. Why?
I was harvesting lots of actually. I hunted deer recently. Looked strange, but tasted fine.
Okay. Well, what's a basic, easy meal that someone who's been surviving on cans could make?
You can make tea with dried flour. It's not much, but it's soothing stuff. I don't know what this flour is called, but I call it a soot flour. If you add water, you can make a tea. Same with rabbit meat or chicken meat. You can easily make soups with boiled water. God willing, we can adapt old recipes to new types of food.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Back in the Army, we got sent off to places with weird fish I'd never heard of and weird veggies I'd never seen again. You know, we had to cook with them still. Just pretend it's catfish or something. You see how it turns out. But now,
I'm texting Joseph about our supper.
let me say that I've seen some weird stuff. I thought maybe it was unholy, but these are all the creation of our Lord, even if man has manipulated them, and dang it, they're still edible.
Okay. Well, what kind of veggies do you eat?
Yeah, there are still some edible
Veggies.
out there, like melons, carrots, and gourds. You know, I
Oh, they're talking about
tomatoes and potatoes.
growing crops at your camp, I guess.
Somehow pollinating each other or something. I ate one, and it was kind of like ketchup-flavored cardboard, but hey, I'm alive. You might have to experiment like that. Don't be too picky if it keeps you alive to see the end of times.
Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while.
You could say that. I knew the end was coming for a good long while. And, well, it's here.
He has a point.
I have faith that there's a reason for all this, and that we need to survive to see our Lord again. And, well, we need food to survive.
Fair enough. Thanks for the tips, Delbert.
Delbert, isn't that the name of the guy that girl who had like 3 different possible lives say she killed? Is he alive? Or is he dead? Or did she lie about all of it? Alright, so let's log in. Volunteers should donate potato soup and ribeye steaks. Kitchen patrol. New comfort cookbook recipes detected. Updating database. So did I get new recipes? Containment details. Old deep freeze tank holds 50 pounds of steak at max. Temperature may be hot or cold when deposited. Automated pantry only accept ribeye steak right now. Additional food donations will be in update 0.2.0. Steak must be cooked to medium rare only. Carbon levels tweaked to reject all other consistencies. Well done steaks may be deposited in the leather scrap box for armor usage. That's just mean. And then run diagnostics. Internal refrigeration temp 108 degrees. Oh lord. Internal freezer temp 153 degrees. Sending alert to Miguel. Done. They should be a lot colder than 100 something degrees. And then bugs. Temperature control is broken. Can't detect ribeye steaks properly. Can't detect potato soup properly. Still says milk on the machine. It's not just discussing this as a sanitation issue. The food is all rotten. Delbert. The airport. There's an airport. Comment, it isn't needed to come out of data. You have to cook the meat properly for it to detect. Okay. Store fluid separately from steak or else they get stored together. I need to get Gary to pick up parts at Morgantown. What is on my hand? Feels weird. And then still says milk on the machine. And that's it. I'll take the Nuka-Cola bottle and the screwdriver and that fan. Oh, there's sparks flying out of the terminal. Oh! I can't unlock that. Acquire skill 0. My skill is 0. I have 2 bobby pins. Well, we got it. We got it. There's a person in there. Responder's corpse.
Help! Someone please help me! Please let me out! Please! Please! I'm begging you! Don't leave me here! Please! Please! I'll give you anything you want! Money? Yeah? You want caps? My life savings! I'll tell you where it is! Go to the graveyard behind the church. The rightmost grave. Stand on it. Walk directly across the river. Halfway up the hill. It's a small clearing. My savings are in an old stump. A little bit off the right, I swear. Please,
Rightmost grave. That's.
don't leave me here, please. I'm begging you, please.
Is this the rightmost grave? I think this is the rightmost grave right here. It says stand on it. Then go across the river. It says there's a clearing, which this is a clearing. And says that there's a stump. Those are rabbits. There's wood here. Wait, that's a stump. Oh, wait, look, oh, look! A reminder to myself.
Reminder of myself. The responders are good people. They're trying their damn best, for sure. Things aren't good. And stuff is getting worse.
That's the same
Anyway,
guy.
This is a reminder to myself. A reminder that this gun is my insurance. Things get real bad, if the food runs out or the water runs dry, I get to decide how I leave this guy. I'm not gonna let myself suffer. I'm not gonna die hungry and alone. Can't.
So, he kept a gun. Just in case. Oh, what's this guy want? We never talked to him, did we?
It's hard work making a living out here. If you don't look close enough, you'll miss what you're looking for.
I like his little beard chops situation. Okay, so... Oh, wait, we got... silk beams. Oh, wait, what is that? What is that? Fertilizer. We had 2 silk beans out of all these plants. That's kind of dumb. Alright, and here's the building that we were in. Alright, so... I think we... Wait, there's an upstairs. Wait, what is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, I already got that. There's an upstairs. Let's go upstairs. And this just goes outside. Oh, there's an ashtray. Oh, wait, there's stuff on the tables. Wait, what is this? Money, 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 glass, ashtray. Survivor Story Tabitha.
Just talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly?
Huh. Nothing.
Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha.
Okay, so, well, thanks. Okay. I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really happening. For years, I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind, hurting my brain. Thought it was the worst trip ever. Every time I'd come out of my haze long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems, and, well, they kept going. And I kept seeing madness.
What the heck?
I would have been wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if not for the responders. They're good folks.
Giant
That
rats.
church, got me some meds that are helping out a lot. And they have group therapy meetings, and it's good. It's good. I think it's helping. But listen, you should avoid the mountains. They'll just get you mixed up. Get you doing things you don't want to do. Hurting people mostly. And there's so many chems up there. I spent too long there, and I couldn't think right. I couldn't.
It's okay, Tabitha. Remember what we said in the group? Take your Addictol and rest, and things will be okay soon. It's okay.
These stories.
We're here for you.
Yeah. I'm taking it. When I feel better, I'm going out west now. Getting out of this place. Getting away from the chems, all of this. I feel better every day, but, years of chems, years of rads, years of sleeping in the muck. It adds up. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to sleep now, okay?
Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Tabitha. Get some sleep.
This is
okay.
nuts.
You're safe now.
This is nuts. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it here for right now. I thought we'd be a little further along in the questing, but all these little holotapes I keep finding. There's one on this guy, and I do want to listen to it, but I want to wait until our next stream so we can listen to it together. So let me go ahead and continue playing. That's what I meant to do. I wanted to look at the challenges. Take a picture of an alien enemy. Collect or scrap a piece of power armor. Complete event. Build a wall or roof in workshops or camp. You know what? We could do that one, probably. No, we're gonna wait. Okay, so I have a quest here. I don't even know anything about that one. This is the one where I have to speak to Mort about building a camp or craft a piece of armor. So we only have a couple of quests. The rest of this is all closed off still. But we've managed to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations so far. And we've listened to a lot of holotapes to find out so far what's been going on in the town of Flatwoods. So, not bad. Okay, so let's exit out. Oh, goodness. Oh, my hand itches from that hat. Whew, I just texted Joseph a little while ago about supper, too, because it's after 4 and I have to lay down by 6, so I do need to eat. It's actually 4:30. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for today. And we're doing about 2.5, almost, by the time we get down, it'll be about 2:40. 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's a pretty good run for our first time on Fallout 76. Now, like I said, I'm not putting down Fallout 4, but I've been really on a Fallout 76 kick, and if this shows you guys a little bit about what the game's about, you might get a better understanding of that. The hype train that it was getting for the longest time wasn't 100% accurate, and I'll go into that on our next stream a little bit more, so you guys can get a better understanding of what happened when it launched. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to check out my socials that are in Twitch below. Also, I have a suggestion box in there if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns. If there's any other kind of games that you would like to see me play, I'm not averse to that. But yeah, I'd love to try something out for you guys if it's along the same genre. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said origin. And don't forget, tomorrow is Skyrim Saturday, and we're going to continue our questing on our character, Boomer. And we did unlock dragons on the last playthrough, so the world is about to get a little bit more interesting. We also unlocked the Dragonborn Museum, and we started doing some quests for Orion Morales. I think that's how you say, or Morales. I think that's how you say his name. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Also, don't forget to follow me and subscribe on YouTube. I'm getting back to uploading my videos because they don't stay on Twitch forever. So I'm using YouTube as kind of like a backup. And I may actually eventually switch to streaming on YouTube or other platforms because apparently Twitch is having a huge migration of people leaving it because it seems like Twitch lately has been cracking down and making it a lot more difficult to both be seen, heard, and it's just there's some stuff going on with Twitch, and I'll discuss it probably on my next video. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Don't forget, I stream every single day except for Sundays and Thursdays, which that may change. No, I'm sorry, Mondays and Thursdays. That may change to being Sundays and Thursdays. But I haven't made up my mind yet. And I may switch up certain days with certain games or add a new game to the mix. I haven't completely made up my mind. So just stick around, keep watching, and we'll see where the future takes us. In the meantime, thank you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful day.